Hi, it's Rob, Image Training Course Video 12, and this is the Microsoft Image Manager. Now, it's actually a tool I use all the time, and when my computer got stolen in that home invasion robbery last year, it freaked me out that I couldn't find it, because I bought a new laptop and it came with Windows installed, and I really needed this thing. And so I did a bit of a Google search, found out how you can install it, and I followed the instructions and I installed it and I'm happy. Now, it's not the most amazingly clever image tool, but it does things that I need to do for images and things I'm going to show you. And so through this training, there's going to be a few things that I'm going to show. One of them is resizing it correctly. So that will be covered again in here, right? So you can see Microsoft Image Manager pictures up again here. And then at the very end, when I go to showing you my methods, right here, see, it keeps cropping up. So I'm going to be doing a summary here, like a boops. This is what I do. Click, 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 click. And it'll be the shortcut to this whole thing. I think I told you to watch the summary right in the beginning of this course, right in the text on the page. So let me go and show you what I'm talking about with this whole, what I really mean. So when I'm going to work with an image, okay, and I need to kind of get it going fast, I'm looking for, I'm presuming, sorry, let me explain. I've already made the image, or I've already received it. So I just need the picture. So let's say let me open this one. So if I could just get it to open on the right page. So by the way, it's just a thing I took off Facebook, so pretend you can't see it. This is Longshore, Long Point. We went camping here a few weeks ago, and believe me, there was not a lake around here. So this was just something I shared, and then that was on my homepage. So ignore that it's this image. Okay, so but let's just say I'm going to talk about this on my page, my web post, the blog, the page, whatever, but I need this image to be the right size, right? So if I go to its properties and I look, actually it's tiny because I copied it off of there. So let's do a bigger one. If I go to the shoes one and I go to properties, this is the web one, so it's already down to 178. Let's go to the big shoes one and the properties, and it's far too big. So really speaking, this tool that I'm talking about, the Microsoft Image Manager, I use to do 2 or 3 things. And let me right click this and open it and show you. So I right click it and I do open with, and I go to the Microsoft Office 2010, and it comes up down here as Microsoft Office 10. I call it Picture Manager because for some reason I think that's what it was called before. And now what I've got is an image that's far too big. So these are the 3 things that I'd use this for. I autocorrect, which doesn't work in this case because it made them very evil yellow. So I would then undo, but I click autocorrect. Okay, I do edit pictures and I crop. So let's just say I needed it to be 500 by 500, right? So I would literally do here 510. Sorry, remember that Microsoft. I have no idea if right is the same. Let's try that. 510, really, and the top is 510. What the hell? If I keep doing this, it's going to disappear. But let's just say that, so now this is the size I want. If it's 510 by 510, I normally don't do it here, by the way. I do the resizing this way. So let's just go back. I do the resizing in Canva or Photoshop, to be very honest. And so, but anyway, I do resize. What I really do here, so let's go back and not lie to you, is I click edit pictures and I crop. So if I come in here and I need this removed, I use this crop tool a lot because it's the quickest. So let's say I'm featuring these shoes on my website because I'm talking about hiking the Apple, anyway, yeah. So, and I click OK and I've got the new size I want. So that's the one thing I use. autocorrect crop. The third one I use is I resize it in here. So now all I do, so let's go back and back, my bad. I have to go back and back to the original. So now it's 1920, right? It's okay, this size, by the way. A lot of the images I've got, let's see what I've got open here. So this is the picture I got. There we go. Did you see the dimension? So edit picture, resize. It's 3000 pixels wide by 2000. It's far too huge. So just by clicking this, I literally just go grrrk. Now if you look here, it's resizing down 25, 24. So let's just say I want to go to more or less 510 half page. I'm naughty to say more or less 510, but so 511 by 340. I click OK. Now I've got a half page size. It's perfect. I now go back to edit pictures and I click compress pictures and it tells me how big it is. It's 1 meg. That's far too big. So again, I could save this, load it in Photoshop and save it there to make it smaller. Instead, I click here on documents and it goes to 229 kilobits, which is still too big. But it's fine. So I click OK. I click here, File, Save As. And I've now got a cow image that is, so let's put this on my desktop, seeing as I've got this far. And I'm going to call it web, which is what I do. It's a terribly bad shortcut. And incidentally, let's check what autocorrect does. It brightened it a bit. Can you see? So sometimes the autocorrect is cool and sometimes not. Now, 229 is still too big for me. So in the future, I will show you the extra step or two that you need to take to reduce your images down. If you really want to be fanatic about site loading speed, and you probably should, you should open it in all aspects. Okay, so let me, before I finish this, because this video is about this Microsoft Picture Manager, which is called Office 2010 here, but it's my picture manager in my head. So I use it to edit pictures down. So sorry, let's go back here to compress. I could hit documents again. No, web pages. So you see now it goes down to 44 and it might be big enough. I mean clear enough. So let's do File, Save As, and I'll do web 1. Oh crap, I don't know if I saved that one to my desktop, the previous one. So let's just go back here. I want to go back to this size. Edit pictures, compress. Yeah, this is the original. So let's go back to documents. Okay. Sorry, my bad, people. This is how I roll badly. So this was the web version. I think I did save it in the wrong folder. Hello, you people probably screeching in the background there. Oh, no, I didn't. No. Okay, so let me close this. Yeah, it's fine. Get out of here. And here. Wow. Okay, so now if you look here, I've got an image that looks like this. This is the quality it'll be on my website. That's okay, right? If you zoom it, you might end up in trouble, but it's going to be this. This is the full size it'll be on my website, half page, right? That's perfectly clear enough. Just to see the tinier version is okay too, this one, right? So this is web point 1. And that's web. So can you see what you've got? It snuck it smaller, huh? Take care. Because it reduced the pixels, it reduced its size too. But it'll be just fine on my website. And that way I've got an image that'll be very fast loading. If you want to go to video number 16 or 17. 16 and 17. Oh, and 18. Wow. And 19. Sorry, I make jokes. It's because in here, I would also take this image and load it onto tiny PNG, but all of that is to do with resizing in other videos. So let me get out of here on this one. A Microsoft Office Picture Manager, perfectly healthy tool if you've got it for quick. Don't forget to look at what I do in my shortcut at the end of all of this. So down where I do my, like, here we go, click. It'll be cool. It'll show you everything there. Okay, cheers.